country.
Welcome into the QB Huddle podcast. That was actually the first time we got to hear our entire intro music from start to finish. That was awesome. Welcome in. I am Tim Smith, joined by my podcast partners, Brandon Newey. Sorry, I have some double. There we go. Brandon Newey and Lauren Morales, also known as Low from Fourth and Low on TikTok. You can follow him. You can follow Brandon at B Newey and me at Tim Jitsu at TikTok. But welcome in, folks. Brandon and Low, how are you doing? We're on a new stream here today with a bunch of new viewers. How are you feeling today?
Doing great, man. Excited, ready to get it rolling. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have everyone that is tuning in for the first time. We've got some interesting things just to let you guys know who we are. I am a Cowboys and Bears fan foremost, but I love all football. This show is all about quarterbacks for the most part. Lowe is a New England Patriots fan, loves him some Drake May. Brandon Newey is a San Francisco 49er fan and loves him some Brock Purdy. All in all, though, I will say that the three of us, we are all Tom Brady fans. And so that's how this show kind of came together, was from a Brady broship. And we decided to come on week to week and talk about these NFL quarterbacks, whether they're playing good or playing bad. We've got some awards to give away. We had some guys on fire, some guys in the garbage juice, and some guys, we had a Brady moment this week. We didn't have one last week. We had one this week. We'll explain what that is. But right now we're going to touch base a little bit on the weekend. We like to do that. Brandon is an avid golfer, as am I when I'm healthy. But Brandon, did you play any golf this weekend, or how was your weekend in general?
Weekend was good, man. Just played with the kiddo. It was a little too cold for my liking, especially to play golf. I'm a 45 degree and up kind of golfer, so hopefully I'm able to step out there this weekend and get something going. Although I did play a 9-hole on Friday, so that set the tone. Had a really good round, actually. Shot a 38. Things were looking nice. 2 birdies. Never happens, right? I'll take it and I'll leave. That's it.
All right. Now, Lowe, for those that don't know, Lowe is the only one of the three of us that still plays football. I put on the visor on the weekends, and I go out there with the play sheet and call some plays for the Collin County Crash. But Lowe is the quarterback owner of the team. How was practice this weekend, sir?
Contrary to the golf weather, it's football weather. So it was great. The cold front didn't come until later. Yeah, I mean, I get the pleasure of still playing. I know it's a luxury, and you try to play as long as you can, but that's kind of what's going on with me. And football was great, man. Football weather, football was good. Practice turnout was good. Back at it again Saturday with the game. A little exhibition early, and yeah, keep it rolling from there. I'm sure we'll talk more about that after NFL is done too.
Oh, I'm sure we will. We will be on all season. So let's get into this thing. First thing we want to start is some hot topics. We've got some hot topics to talk about. First up, seems to be the topic number one every single week now for the last 4 or 5 weeks, is Shedeur Sanders. He's still got the one win as a starter. We don't want to go into that too much because we know the Browns are a dumpster fire, but he had his worst game ever in Chicago. It was -6 degrees with the wind chill. We didn't think that would matter too much as he, played in Colorado in the cold, right? But wow, worst performance as a pro. I'm going to ask you two both the question, and then I'll weigh in. Was this more to do with that Bears defense who leads the league in turnovers with 31 takeaways, or was this Shedeur regressing a little bit as it doesn't, like, he had the one big game and then it's kind of been mediocre around that in my eyes? Is this more about Shedeur or more about the Bears? Low, you go first.
Man, I think it is a little bit of both, but I'll tell you why, because it's pretty short. Shedeur Sanders, everything's new to him. This was new. This was a really good defense. This was possibly the best defense next to maybe the Texans out there in eyes of football, not stats. Just they're a really good defense that are backing a really young quarterback. It's a good timing. The Bears are coming off loss, right? They needed to win. So I think it's a little bit about the Bears. But then everyone knows, like I said on our pre-show, it's a Shedeur show wherever he's at. I've seen rumors. I hope they're not valid. He was given the wrong play call sheet. I don't know if that's true or not, but come on. These aren't errors that you would make. I do think he finally faced adversity. I wouldn't say regressed in the word that you said. I don't believe regressed.
Good. Good. I said that. Let me quickly say I still think Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback and has all the makings to be a franchise type of player. Brandon, what did you catch? I know you watched the game. We've talked about it quite a bit over the last few days, but what are your thoughts? The Bears, was that more about Chicago or more about Shedeur?
I think it was more about Chicago. I mean, especially when you're in those elements, that's a stingy defense in Cleveland. They've been known to shake up some quarterbacks, and you saw your young quarterback Caleb Williams really thrive under these conditions. It looked like the wind did not affect his throwing ability. For Shedeur, I wouldn't say it's a step back. I'd say, hey man, it's welcome to the NFL. They're going to have these disguises. You got to learn how to sit in the pocket, climb up in the pocket. You got to not turn the ball over, even though sometimes these things are out of your control. I think he made some good plays. The throw to Judy, and he drops it. That's just one of those plays. But I think overall, man, Shedeur, it's a learning process and how you deal with it, right? He looks very serviceable right now, but it's learning those little things. He really needs to learn how to get in and out of that pocket effectively prior to just running around and trying to buy time and make the big throw. Like, hey, sometimes – you just got to live to fight another down, kid. That's where we need to rein him in a little bit. And as far as the play calling goes, I heard he had the wrong wristband for 14 plays, first two series, and they
first two series.
Never seen that before, because that should be a lock the game before. Saturday should be the final copy. You should be going through this. You should at least have
you go over in 3
wristbands, right, to support. And I think the coaching staff did him a disservice there, but that doesn't excuse, 28% on third down along with 3 turnovers. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You just can't.
I'm going to agree with both of you. I'm in the wristband thing. I don't know what happened there. It seemed
right?
kind of strange. Of course, the socials will tell us that Kevin Stefanski did that on purpose because he absolutely hates Shedeur Sanders. That's not true, but hey, it was unfortunate. Hated to see that. I do think Shedeur made some good plays. You're right. Judy dropped the ball. Some of those interceptions were just great plays by the Bears, particularly that one in the end zone. That was to Judy that the Bears just took away. I see that Bears defense is scary. And by the way, the last time the Bears defense led the league in turnovers, they went to the Super Bowl. They lost to the Colts, but they went to the Super Bowl. I like what I'm seeing from Chicago. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But no, I do not think this is a mark on Shedeur. I think he's just fine. I do hope he gets out of Cleveland somehow and gets to a real organization because that whole thing is a mess. We move on. Sunday night, I got a chance to go to the Cowboys game thanks to Jack Henry, who is one of my wife's dance students. He has season tickets. We're right below Jerry Jones. Got to go see J.J. McCarthy play, which I was all for. It was kind of funny because I'm kind of like under my breath, come on, J.J., come on, Jay. And Viking fans, even though I'm in a Michael Irvin jersey, start high-fiving me, right, after J.J. did something because I was high-fiving them back. Well, they looked at me a little bit later when the Vikings defense did something, wanted to high-five me, and I was like, only if J.J. does something. So as a Michigan fan, I said, you're welcome. There he is. He had a great game, his best night as a pro, and really canceled out any hopes for the Cowboys to make it into the playoffs. I got his jersey on because for many weeks I couldn't wear this jersey with any sort of pride. But 2 weeks we're seeing a different J.J. McCarthy. This will be the second week in a row he gets an award for me. Brandon, let's go to you, sir. I know you watched the game. What was your take on J.J.? And it's kind of the same question. Is this the poor Dallas Cowboy defense, or is JJ starting to show us something?
He's starting to show a little promise. I mean, I think his last 2 games completing over 60% of his passes is a start because the average is about 64% if you're going to be serviceable in this league. He's still turning the ball over, though, Tim. He's got 11 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. It's a 1-on-1 ratio. You got to knock that down. Yep. He was less than 20% on third down. I'm not going to just spaz out over him, but I think from these last 2 games, what Kevin O'Connell is trying to do is get rid of the ball, get him on the edge a little bit, utilize his legs. I think you'll see the best version of JJ if he continues to do that. But right now, we still got to clean up some things. Settle him down still, allow yourself to convert on third downs because that's important. That's a franchise quarterback as far as what do you do best on third down? Can you sustain drives? And I look at it and I'm like 2-9 ain't going to get it done against big games. Now, granted, it's Dallas right now, and damn, Dallas just didn't show up. Y'all never show up when it matters, man.
Never.
What's up? Come
Never.
on, Tim.
Listen,
Damn, you got to stop going to games because apparently you lose when you go to games.
Dak was terrible, man. And they talk about the blitz and all this kind of thing. If you're an elite quarterback and you get paid more than anybody else in the league, you should know how to beat the blitz. You should be able to dial that up. And at first, I want to be clear, Minnesota was not blitzing up the middle. They were showing it. They were pulling out. They were maybe bringing one guy off the edge, but Dak was panicking. That's what it looked like in person. Lo, what did you see on TV? Is this more about Dallas's defense not being any good, or do you see some growth in JJ? You're one of the biggest haters.
I'm not a hater. I asked for consistency. I asked for keep it going. And I'm okay with the touchdowns that came. This is what I expected. Something around this last 2 or 3 games from him.
Right.
But the interceptions continue, right? And some of the touchdowns, dude, you throw them with your eyes closed. It's a great steal shot. You're like
what?
Downfield. Hey, this is what I see. Okay, you can see the beauty in it all. You can probably see unicorns dancing.
What pass was his eyes closed?
When he rolled out to the end zone, he pretty much is just closing his eyes. Okay, so he made some good plays though. That's what I'm okay with his performance. But remember what I asked for: consistency. I can't forget 7 games of pretty bad. He's climbing out of a hole. Like Nuhi said, he's progressing. I want to see progressing a lot further than where he was been at. Small wins. Yep. Small wins. And I can get behind that. I can get behind it. So see, I'm not a total hater.
All right. Well, I listen. That throw, that was right in front of us. That throw where he rolled out to his left, split, turned his hips quick, got that ball out, and only a place where his receiver could get it was a top A+ elite throw. I'm not saying that he's a top A+ quarterback right now, but that was a top A+ throw. Now, I'll also say the deep ball that he threw, that he completed, it was like 58 yards. That was kind of a B- throw because that's a touchdown if he puts it out there.
It should have been a touchdown.
The ball hung up in the air a little bit, right? Those are growing pains, right? You need to put that ball out there, let your receiver go get it. So there's that interception was ridiculous, by the way. That was a ridiculous play by the Dallas Cowboys defense. You see that a couple of times a year. I'm not going to put that on him. He was trying to hit his big-time receiver on a little stop route, and a defensive end or a linebacker, whoever it was, jumps up, catches the ball. Insane interception. So other than that, I thought he played fantastic. You know who didn't play fantastic? Kansas City Chiefs. We talked about this on Sunday morning. Lo and I put the Chiefs to bed Sunday morning. We both wore our Patrick Mahomes jerseys, and we kind of called it a day. We did not expect, and I myself am very, very sad that Patrick tore his ACL. We will not see him anymore this year. Hopefully, that's a different injury now than it was 20 years ago. He should be ready for game 1 of next season. But it was awful to see that happen at the end of the game. But the Chargers went in, Lo. We talked about this. The Chargers went in and won a game in Kansas City late in the year. To me, that's what I was looking for them to solidify themselves as a real playoff contender. And Justin Herbert put himself on the map, in my opinion, by going out and doing what he did on Sunday. How do you feel?
Man, I don't know if he put himself on the map. He played well. He had an interception, but he took like 4 sacks. I didn't like. He was already on the map for me, and I think that's what did it. That's why that didn't hit as hard. Like, okay. I expect these things from him. They're balling, but it was a defensive battle. Like the Chargers are there. I mean, they're there. We're going to see them in the playoffs for sure. We're going to see who they are in the playoffs this year.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see a different Charger team. Listen, Brandon Newey has more experience with Coach Harbaugh than you do or I do in the NFL because he coached his 49ers to a Super Bowl. He took my Wolverines to a national championship and 1 game away from a national championship the year before that. So Brandon, Jim Harbaugh, he has the Chargers back. We kind of thought this would be a 2 to 3 year progression, but is it happening faster than we thought?
I miss my old ball coach, man. If you know anything about good old Jim Harbaugh, year 2 is that set off year, right? They're lighting a rocket.
Usually, yeah.
Year 3, they're gone. I think he's got his guy, Justin Herbert. Now, the only reason I say I'm not gonna put him like, hey, they're about to make a long run. He doesn't have a line. And he's about to run into that Broncos defense.
Yeah.
Who leads the league in sacks, right?
Or the Texans defense.
Yeah, or the Texans defense. So is he going to hold up? I don't know. He doesn't have his hogs on the line right now, but
he works really hard on plays for minimal gain sometimes because of the O-line. Agreed.
I think Justin Herbert has a never say die attitude now. I think you really see that from him. In the previous years, you didn't, maybe just because he didn't really want to try to be Superman. I mean, you got to put the team on your back, 10, and the defense has your back. I mean, you got a good veteran defense. They're tough nose. I mean, they get turnovers, they get sacks. You know, I think they sacked Mahomes 5 times and made him turn the ball over once, which it's unfortunate for Mahomes, man. Such a good player. You hate to see him go out that way. Man, when I saw that, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It was a crazy day. Micah tore his as well right after.
I'm glad you bring that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
Man.
Keep going with that, Lo, because the next thing, even though he's not a quarterback, actually the Packers as a whole have a litany of injuries from Sunday. Micah, Watson had a chest injury. Lovely. He didn't leave the game, but after the game, he's got a sore shoulder. Something's going on there. Man,
it's cold. Injury. It's cold. It's that time of the year. You're going to see this. You know, they got to take care of themselves. Recovery is even harder. Yeah. It's tough, man. And this is Micah's first year in that type of weather, like consistently, you know, each week. So, it's unfortunate, man. Like Nuhi said it earlier. What's the number, man, of ACLs? Like it's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty. And that was on grass, by the way. Everyone's been blaming turf for ACLs. That was on grass. Just so we're clear on that, he tore his ACL on grass. It was a horrible injury.
For the next year, wouldn't he?
I don't think either him or Patrick.
That's like a 13, 14-month process.
I think it's
different. It's gotten down to 10 to 12. It's gotten down to 10 to 12. But for football, man, you need the extra.
Are we saying Patrick Mahomes is not going to be ready for game 1 of next regular season?
We're saying there's a chance he could be, and there's a good chance he might not.
I think you give him a whole year, dude.
Gardner didn't look terrible
out there because he also tore the LCL.
Oh no!
Yes,
and it's not the PCL. The PCL can heal itself, but the LCL is the one you really got to worry about on the ACL too, because that's the stability, and that's on his left leg, and I mean that's the plant leg.
So we don't
know what we're going to get.
It's questionable if Patrick Mahomes will play in 2026.
Correct.
That makes me that just made my heart go sick. My heart is crying inside, and I'm not a Chiefs fan, but we love watching Patty.
Patty.
You know, I'm going to throw this to you, Brandon, with those Packer injuries like that this late in the year, and soreness with the quarterback, things like that. Do you see that as an issue for Green Bay and maybe an opportunity for another NFC North team?
Say that one more time.
With all the injuries that the Packers now have, particularly the Micah Parsons, because we don't know how bad the Watson injury is. We don't know how bad Love's shoulder is. But with Micah out, particularly, does this help set up a particular NFC North team that comes out of Chicago? Does this help them?
Oh, most definitely.
My man.
I mean, Micah really, really shook it up the first time, right? So I think the next go around, I mean, you got an opportunity at least steal one. They really relied on that defensive line. And now that you don't have that guy, and Jordan Love is still banged up. Christian Watson coming back is a little banged up. Josh Jacobs is still banged up. They may have hit their peak.
Okay.
Micah Parsons is about to do exactly what he did to the Cowboys. Same effect, just different instance. Same outcome.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gone. He's missing. When you plug hit from a defense, you're going to see. What did Dallas' defense look like early in the year?
Crap.
This is what we're going to see out of the Packers. You're plucking a piece that's very vital, that is paid what he is paid for a reason. The double teams, and not every play he's involved in. And they're going to feel it very fast. And now Love is banged up too. Your other leader who's playing well. That's the defense as well. You know, defense helps your quarterbacks, man. Get them the ball back.
I got you. I mean,
man.
Listen, that defense is still pretty good. I mean, Micah was an extra piece to it. I do think it helps.
I think Michael was the piece.
That's what I'm saying.
You think so? Well,
Yes.
listen, I hate that he got injured.
Look at your defense now.
We
in
never want to
Dallas.
cheer for an injury, not even from the Green Bay Packers, who I hate. But
Peace.
in this instance, not that the injury is good, but the way the defense is going to change for Green Bay is very, very good. We will see that this Saturday night when the Bears take on the Packers. They're in Chicago. So I expect that this is a great thing for the Bears. Things are just kind of lining up because the Rams also went through some injuries this weekend, right? The Lions are pretty much falling apart. Listen, things are setting up for Chicago Bears. That's all I'm going to say. As a Bears fan, I know it sounds crazy. Brandon, you think things are setting up for the 49ers. We're going to talk about all this when we get to the playoff section. But I think there's a couple teams that are really getting set up well, and I'm loving it. Speaking of teams being set up well, this team is not set up so well. They lost their leader, and they went to the old folks' home, and they grabbed Phillip Rivers, who came back to play this weekend. I thought it was super exciting to see Phillip Rivers on the field, except when he tried to drop back, especially the first time when he fell down. I thought maybe Phillip doesn't have to do that. But yeah, Phillip Rivers, my guy, back in the saddle. Brandon, how'd you feel about watching?
Dude, I was fired up.
Phillip Rivers.
Freaking Flip, man. One of the most entertaining quarterbacks of all time. And he's one of the best of all time. Now, coming off the couch at 45 years old, he probably weighs 270. He's probably just throwing around with his high school players. And now you step into the role and you go into Seattle, one of the toughest places to play against the toughest defense, and actually made it a competitive game.
Had a chance to win.
Very competitive. Yeah, he threw a lot pass like he was throwing a half court pass, but hey, he went out fighting. I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
I loved to see him throw the touchdown. If you look, there was like a TikTok or Instagram going around where, his high school kids were like screaming and yelling when he made that first touchdown. I mean, dude, that's an incredible story. That story alone, to me, puts him in the Hall of Fame.
Dude, I thought he was going to tear his hamstring when he did his little kick celebration. I was like, be careful.
Yeah.
If you look at videos of his old kick celebration, that leg was coming up a little bit higher.
Yeah, it was coming up a little bit higher.
Be careful.
The hands and the movement, like you missed all that. We missed all that. And
he used to jump up a little bit more than that.
The receivers, you can tell he can't throw it as far. So when he's throwing it, it's early. And the receivers sometimes are looking around for where's the ball. And it's already like right here on its way, dude. Like you need to look.
His anticipation is still elite, man.
Yeah,
elite,
I love
bro.
it.
You don't lose that. You don't lose that. I want to see it again. More.
Me too.
More.
Guess where he's playing, and guess who comes to play? The damn Niners.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You got it. Oh boy. Oh no.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Come on, Flip. Hey, AR's back. Anthony Richardson is healthy. He's active. So be on the lookout for those combos. They may put them both in together.
Okay. Well, I guess you could throw a little
from a running perspective.
I'll sweep out the AR if you want to. I wouldn't put AR on the field. I think that would be irresponsible to play that man. He walks on the field, he gets hurt. So I wouldn't. He's made of glass. I wouldn't put him on the field ever. Phillip Rivers, let's go, man.
Phillip Rivers runs the same offense in high school
as he did in San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, does he really?
No, in high school,
he runs this offense. Oh, wow.
That's why
so that high school must be
in like go.
That high school must be a beast. All right, let's get to the fun part. And I'm actually gonna make a change. I hope our guy there, Brandon Franklin from New Era Media, doesn't get mad. I'm gonna play producer for a second, and I'm gonna add this man to the stage. Because this man, Drake May, was supposed to win you a T-shirt and a hat this weekend, Low, and he absolutely did not. He could not get it done in Foxborough in the snow. And I said Sunday morning, it's snowing. And what does that mean? That means Josh Allen is coming out, and that's what happened. Yes?
Snowball.
Yes.
All right. Look. I expected this. I didn't know when, but I expected something of the sort. And that right there, no, you leave that man up. You put that man back. That guy right there, that's Drake May. Who? Drake May. Okay? This guy, he was a 70-yard lead block on a rushing touchdown.
Football
player. It mattered. The block mattered.
That was amazing.
Football player.
Yeah.
So even in this L, the bright side of things, two things. One, that's our guy. That's our guy.
Dog,
okay?
Lo.
And secondly, we learned something about our team, and Vrabel saw it. And I felt like a coach. I was right there with Vrabel. I had my hands on the knee. I'm like, yes, bro. But I looked around, and we hadn't been there before. We didn't know how to play with the lead. We're throwing bombs in 3rd and 1 situations when your running backs toting that thing for 11 yards a carry at a time. Like, we looked a little off. We got excited. We put belt to butt real quick, and we didn't know what to do afterwards.
That had to be frustrating. All I know is Lowe disappeared from our chat for the afternoon. We didn't see him until the next day. I kept asking if he was okay. I sent EMS to his house. He didn't answer. I started to get concerned. Josh Allen did his thing. Brandon, you had to take some enjoyment in that game because I know you like Josh Allen. I know you do.
That's a bad dude, man. Big old F2-3 or F350.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he's a dog, man. You can never say never. And it's crazy because they've been on this run of the last 3 games where they're trailing and they have got to find a way. Now, did they exhaust all their tricks? Did they give it away too soon? Maybe. What's that?
Gotta see us again.
Yeah, where's that music coming from? We got some background music. Start dancing. I don't know where it's coming from. Hey, it's gone now. Nope. Yep.
But hey, I will say this about Josh Allen, man. The dude's a stud. He's always been a stud. Now he's just dialed in even more. He's about to become a dad. You know, you automatically get that dad strength, like an extra 20 times XP. So now he's got some strength on him now. Now he's got the daddy strength out of nowhere. But man, it's I feel like New England needed this game though. They needed to lose because they
needed to lose.
They needed to lose.
Oh,
this was more important for the Buffalo Bills than it was the New England Patriots at this time. And what have I said since the beginning in December? Hey, it's all going to come to motivational factors. Who's more motivated?
I kind of agree with you.
The Bills had to win that.
Okay, they did. The Bills had to win.
They had to win.
But if I'm the Patriots, this gives me legitimate cause for concern of what I'm going to do when I do get into the playoffs and I do get in that situation.
Run the ball.
Now, maybe you learn from this loss. Maybe you learn from this, but I'm going to say this. Nobody plays better in the snow than Josh Allen. Nobody. And I think that's been proven time and time again. Okay, that's a great story. Josh Allen's a great story. Drake May's a great story, to be honest. Here's not such a great story. We talked about this the other day. We talked about this morning. Joe Burrow. What is wrong with Joe Burrow? Right?
It's freaking.
And just to kind of set that up, last week he talks about, why am I going to keep doing this if I'm not having any fun? He goes out, he puts up a stinker, and then he says in the presser, no team would have won today if Joe Burrow was their quarterback. I get the sense there's something personal going on with Joe Burrow that we don't know about, and it's bleeding into the football side. Brandon, you have a different take than that.
I do. This is not speaking from a personal perspective. If something's wrong with his parents or grandparent, whatever, like, I get it. But you are the commander in chief on this field. I can't have my quarterback in his feelings just because he's not going to the playoffs again. But then he takes the max deal and wonders why he doesn't have a good team around him. Oh, wait, I took the max deal. Okay, so now you're going to have to make everybody better. This guy, I like Joe Burrow. I do. But I just think he is being tremendously soft with his takes. It's just soft. Like, soft. And I say that because you are blessed to play in the NFL. You have $100+ million contract. You've had a few boo-boos. It happens. But don't send that message to kids. Don't send that message to your teammates. Like, to me, this is just, and then go out and throw a stinker at your home field, divisional game. So that's the energy we're bringing off. What about that guy that transferred and went to Louisiana and had the swag and came out with the sunglasses and all that, to me, adversity doesn't just build character, it reveals it. And everything was going so good in the life now that there's some tough times and we got to really focus in on some things, okay? You got to look at yourself too, man. You took the damn max deal. You and your two buddies. You were nothing without your Hogs. Nothing. And that goes for any quarterback. Now we can say, oh, well, what if they take the pay cut and, the team really doesn't build around them? Well, shit, you're still a $100 million quarterback. That's what you get paid for. Okay. Let's not cry because you're not making the playoffs. How about you get rid of the ball on time? Stop holding on the ball so damn long and fight. Show me some fight, man. I don't see fight. And that's annoying to me, especially as good as he is. He's never been hit like this. And all quarterbacks go through it. But how do you come out of it? How do you give a better example to the kids? So if I'm a kid and I'm looking at Joe Burrow as a 9-year-old and I see Joe Burrow damn near basically wants to quit, well, shit, when times get tough, I'm going to quit too. Oh, by the way, I ain't got $100 million sitting in the bank, but he does. Like, it just sends a wrong message to me, man. It's soft.
Okay.
It's soft. And he does that?
I get where you're coming from.
Ugh.
But again, I'm going to go back to, we forget sometimes because we're such avid fans. We forget these players are humans and they
are
go through the same life things that you and I go through off the field. So that's where I come through. Maybe there's something going on that we're not aware of. I think it's more than football. Lo, I know you have a take on this as well that is not quite as harsh as Brandon's. What do you think is wrong with Joe Burrow?
Man, I think he got up there and spoke of facts, and I think people need to realize that that's all that was going on, in my opinion. Burrow can't get up there and say anything that's going to make people feel better. There's nothing. It's all action based. So I kind of agree with Lanu. He's saying it's what you show or it's what you do. It's how you come out of it. People may not like the comments, but people may not. It doesn't matter. Either one he did, he was going to get ripped because they're not playing well. The team's playing bad overall. But we got to think, Joe Burrow hasn't played. This is his second game back. He hasn't been here all season. The team that he left, he's probably frustrated as well. So I agree with you a little bit too, Tim. I think we're just thinking more into it, and he knew that also by saying what he said, because it is a fact. No team, he played terrible. No team would have won with him at quarterback. But he knows how the media is going to take that. He has that control. But I don't know. I think it was a little real moment. He's frustrated. And he's not blaming anybody. He's not blaming anybody on the contracts. He didn't have one of his guys. They did take a lot of money. And when Jamar, and T. Higgins play, there's 40 points on the board. But obviously there's no money to pay a defense to be around you. So you have to score 45 points because 40 is not enough now.
Right.
This ain't Madden. Shit.
Yeah. You can't. Well, I'm going to use her the linebacker. Yeah, it's not Madden. Okay. So yeah, it's tough, man, to see it. But I didn't think into it as far as knew he did. But he's very, I get where you're coming from. That's the other thing. As you're saying it, I hear you loud and clear. Because he's right. People are seeing, people are watching you. You don't have that choice.
Watching you, bro.
You don't have that choice. Quit. And we understand it. We may overstand it. I know I do as a player. There's no winning because now I'm upset also as a guy last night who we'll talk about later in another one of our friendly not so friendly segments. He's smiling at the cameras down 28-3. So there, I get mixed, but yet it turns out he's hyping up his team. Yo, let's go score. It's got it. We got it. He's happy though. He's excited. And Tua's just happy to play freaking football because he don't know. He knows any play could be his last. So I think, it's tough on Joe Burrow right now.
I think it's a kid's game, man, and they sometimes lose sight of that. Like, you're supposed to have to be having fun, man. God picked you to be that.
He said that very thing, and he said, "I'm not having fun." So, I mean, he even didn't buy his Batmobile and everything. Like, I feel like there's something ever since his house got broken into, and all that, kind of stuff happened. He hasn't really been the same guy. Well, and we already know he's an introvert. He's very private. Yes. Who knows?
Feel safe at home.
He's private but flashy.
He's a little flashy. I hope we see him
a
next
little
year.
Flashy.
I hope
he walks out like he's a freaking Grammy artist to the games.
I hope this doesnn't become an Andrew Luck situation. I hope we see Joe Burrow next season. That's all I can say.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he's a top. For some people, top 5, top 10 quarterback. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're not gonna question his talent now.
No,
exactly.
No.
I get you though.
You're being
I get you, but
You
I
being soft.
don't see it as Sauce. He's still
Being
a guy.
soft, bro.
He's a
You're
guy
supposed
in
to
a
be a
bad
competitor.
situation.
But see, we
Okay.
put Joe Burrow up at the top with all these other greats. You see those other greats doing that? Hell no. No,
Well,
it's
it is a
some
new
type of
day.
mentality that just
Boy.
shifts, man.
Those
I don't think he has it.
those 20-something-year-olds nowadays are real sensitive. Let's not forget that.
I guess. I mean, but
this isn't
Mahomes
his team
owns
either
it.
right now. It doesn't feel like it's his team. A lot of things is bigger problems in Cincinnati. He's
Yeah.
only been back two games. The line doesn't know who they're blocking for anymore. Who knows how many quarterbacks? You know, they're trying to figure it out. They're in bad shape, but it's a year thing. They reset, and I think that's where Burrow is frustrated. Every year, it's the same damn thing, and it's all because of his injuries that he can't really control. My toe, my foot, my wrist.
I'd like to see him out. I'd like to see him out
The
of
dude
Cincinnati.
holds onto the ball forever.
He does.
Get rid of the ball. Like, you have to live to fight another down. Maybe that's the main topic.
It's the hardest thing to learn, and it is.
Live to fight another down.
Live to fight another down.
It is.
Well, let's talk about some good stuff. We had some good stuff this weekend. We have some on fire now. We can't call out everybody that was on fire, right? This is an on fire segment for the new QB huddlers, where we talk about a quarterback that was simply couldn't do anything wrong. That was just on fire, got his team scoring touchdowns, and just had a great day. Nui, will go to you first. Lo, I don't know who your on fire guy is. Lack of communication between you and I yesterday. That's okay. I understand once the Patriots lost, you were gone. I understand. Mentally,
all right.
Nui, you have a guy. You have a guy out of Denver.
I do have a guy. I had
on
actually
fire this weekend.
I have two guys, but I'm actually give my first guy love, OBP, man. He looks back in the saddle and ready, man.
Brock Purdy.
Now we're
talking about Brock Purdy. Go ahead.
With the Texans, against the Titans, I love what I saw. 3 touchdowns, hitting the Dougie. It looks like he has a swag back. But then I'm going to shift over because this guy keeps doing it every single game. I'm not saying from a just high-level statistic perspective. I'm saying it. He's facing good teams year in and game in and game out. That's Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix lit it up against the Packers. Through 4 touchdowns, he had over 300-plus yards passing. I mean, he looked really good. He looked very good, and especially that could be a potential Super Bowl matchup if we're looking back at it. I mean, I think he shined, man. I think he really stood out. He gets a lot of knack for being an inconsistent quarterback when it comes to the deep ball and just some accuracy issues. But I think at the end of the day, Sean Payton's got his franchise guy. He looks like the one of the best QBs out of his class. He looks very prepared. He's 12-2 right now, 7-0 at home. I mean, right now, sky's the limit for the kid, and he's backed by a great defense. So kudos to Nix, because I don't think Bo's been in here all year.
All right. Well, congratulations, Bo Nix, on fire. We got to work on getting some T-shirts sent out to these guys so they know that they are being recognized at the highest level. Lo, I know you got somebody that was on fire. I don't think it was Drake May this week, but who do you have on fire? I just have to keep throwing little things.
Throw the Drake May graphic up because I'm just kidding. All right. So no, my guy is someone who knocked off Bryce Young, Tyler Shuck. I hope I'm saying the name right.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nice.
First of all, a game that doesn't matter. The Panthers needed that game with everything going on with the Baker and all that other stuff. Oh, it's crazy. The Saints win 20-17. 24 for 32, 272 yards, a touchdown, no picks, 110 rating, and he carried the ball 8 times. That's big to me. 8 times for 32 yards, right? With one of them being over 10 yards. So yeah, this dude 2 weeks in a row, I think he's earning the spot out there. And I was tough on him because he's the one that threw the ground ball at the combine. So you know what I mean? I don't look too much in the combine, but you saw that. So,
my client
he's balling right now.
It's funny you said that. Our client at Spring Hill Medical Center, the CEO, Pete Johnson, texted me during that game and said, "We got our guy."
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay.
He said that. He was like, "That's our guy." So
boy, we got to learn.
Pete.
We got to start learning how to say that guy's name because
I think it's Shuck.
Tyler Shuck. He's coming along.
Ough. I thought it was Show.
He's one of the older quarterbacks, and since he stepped in, he looks like a Kellen Moore guy. Like the quick balls out. Yeah. He doesn't have all the fancy stats, but that ball is gone. And he can make any throw. And Pete Johnson says
he looks like he's having fun
in the class.
He looks like he's having fun.
He is. He looks.
Well,
good.
I've got one last guy. I know that we have a picture of him to go up. So let's get JJ McCarthy up there if we can, producer extraordinaire, because JJ McCarthy was simply on fire once again this week. 15 for 24, 250, 2 touchdowns. He ran in a touchdown. Now he did have the weird pick earlier in the game, right? That was just a fluke. But he scored on that naked bootleg. He had a 108 rating in this game. Prime time, Sunday night, big stage in Dallas. And JJ came in and got it done. Over the last 2 weeks since he's come back from injury, he's got 6 total touchdowns. He was on fire last week. He's on fire again this week, right? As a true blue, lifelong Michigan fan, I am happy to say that JJ McCarthy of the Michigan Wolverines is starting to become who I always thought he would be, which is a very good could get to elite status quarterback, because he's got that pedigree and was trained by the best, Jim Harbaugh. So my guy, JJ McCarthy, I'll give him a round of applause for myself. He is on fire this week. Go ahead, Brandon. I know you look like you're itching to say something.
4. I mean, congratulations. You earned your nickname to McBuns to McGriddle. You all right. You sizzling a little bit.
Mediocre. He's still mediocre.
McChicken. No,
Mediocre.
I really want to give a shout out to this dude, Sunshine. I talk so much crap. We all have. This dude has been on a tear since November. 5-game win streak. He had one of the best games as a quarterback statistically of all time last week. Trevor Lawrence, over 380 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, had 50 on the ground, rushed for another touchdown, so 6 total touchdowns. In the past 5 games, in this 5-game win streak, man, this guy has had 16 touchdowns to no picks.
See, and that's quiet.
And that's quiet.
We're not paying attention to what he's doing. We need to start watching some Jacksonville games. Is that what you're telling me?
I wouldn't say that.
Myers.
I wouldn't go there. But
you want to go there?
I wouldn't go there.
Jacoby Myers is wide receiver 1 out there, man. He Lawrence knows what he's got. He's catching the ball.
Ryan Thomas Jr. finally had a breakout game. So they're finally getting acclimated.
Yep.
ETN said, no, you're not taking my spot. I am the running back number 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to still put together some numbers and score 2 touchdowns. So actually 3 touchdowns receiving. So these guys are really hitting the spark right at the right time. They're getting hot. They're 10-4, right? And they're sitting at number 1 in their division. That Houston Jags battle coming up, it's going to be nasty.
It's going to be a good game.
Huge. Yeah. That will be huge.
Yeah.
But congratulations, T-Law. I think you finally got in here.
Just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about, well, I guess not a couple of weeks, at the beginning of the season, how we didn't even know if he cared about football or cared to play.
I didn't think he did.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He's balling, I guess, and that's without Travis Hunter, by the way.
Shut me up.
Which is crazy. Like Travis Hunter, not even on the field due to his injury.
Kudos to that head coach.
Now we've got to get to the bad, to the poo-poo, to the bad, to the garbage juice. Who are the worst quarterbacks of the weekend? Now, Lo, we screwed you again because we don't have a graphic for you because actually this young man just played last night and was terrible. So go, because I know you want to.
Yes. This is the one that I had to listen to a couple of my peers, and they're Dolphins fans, and I'm sorry, man. I watched it too, and I just see it. And if you have a football eye, I do not understand how Tua turned the ball over, is playing in the football still, playing in the football NFL. He needs to go to the football. He shouldn't play, man. I don't understand the ball. He can't throw it far. They're just dropping it right in. If it wasn't for Geno Smith, we would be talking more about this. And then what does it for me is this isn't really a statistical garbage juice for me. Okay.
There he is.
This is that graphic right there. That's what I would want to see right there, right? You see it? There's a little bit of grit in there. Like, man, I'm going to turn this around. That's gone, man. He's happy and smiling just to be playing football, and it's 28-3. You shouldn't be laughing and joking on the sideline. Give him a hot dog, and that just threw it all away for me. It's bad. You still technically, statistically had a decent chance. You know, maybe they heard and then saw all the games, and they were like, oh, well, now we know that chance is lower because Buffalo, you know, they did win, Chargers won, yada, yada, yada. Tua, come on, bro. You might not have a job next year. Like, you got a new GM. You should be doing something unless you're just content. Like you said, do you want to play football anymore? This guy's on that list now. So Tua, this week, man, you're in the garbage juice for losing, and I didn't like the way you did it.
I did not want to interrupt you, but you made a comment where he's just happy to play football. He might just be happy to know his own name at this point. So, poor guy. Yeah, I mean, we're literally calling the concussion protocol to a protocol. I mean, look, for your own health and safety, please walk away from the game. Please go coach.
Take
go
some time. Don't walk away. Just take some time.
Something.
Season's done. Take some time. Take some time.
Brandon, we kind of talked about this guy, but I mean, when you win an award, you win an award. So, Brandon, the stage is yours, my friend.
Joe Burrow, come on down, partner.
Hate that.
You had a shutout in your home stadium, division opponent, after giving a speech that didn't sit well. The energy was down, and now you had to go in and battle Lamar. You guys had some great battles, but it just felt like you just stopped fighting, right? 25 of 39, 225, 64%. And this is how good he is, man. Like, he just had a poo day and he still completes over 64% of his passes. But he had a pick six, man. Didn't even try. 2 interceptions. That's back-to-back pick 6 weeks. It's not like him. Man, I hate to say it, man. I just think he needs to go on a date or something. He needs to get some happiness. Something.
Oh, geez.
Some joy.
Don't do any Deshaun Watson.
No, just find some joy, brother. Find some joy. Like, we need to get the old Joe back. You need to go. Oh, Coach Ed O needs to go talk to you, because he's the one that revitalized your career. Have you ever heard that story about how he recruited Joe Burrow?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
We'll have to get into that one day.
Well,
sure.
I have to send it, but man, I'll let Coach O tell it. But at the end of the day, man, adversity doesn't build character; it reveals it.
Sure.
And right now, you're showing me that you're tucking your tail between your legs. I get it; you've had injuries. Shit, we've all had injuries. But when you put that helmet on, man, you're the commander. You're the guy that steers the ship, and our ship can't have a panic button. You hit it, everyone else does. You've got to find a way to uplift all 21 guys around you. If you can do that, you'll have the same results you had earlier in your career. It's just a very disappointed segment when it comes to Joey B, because I like his game. But right now, you're being a shitbird, just like a lot of this young generation. Tuck your tail when it's hard.
Garbage Juice has brought the whole tone of the show down, because Joe Burrow's in there, and no one wants Joe Burrow.
I don't want Joe in there.
We don't want Joe in there.
We're passionate about our football, okay? We're passionate about our football.
That's right.
Man.
But we got one more guy.
We got
one more guy. I get to give an award. I don't think anyone cares that this guy's in the Garbage Juice. He's on his 3rd team since being drafted. Went from the Steelers, and then I forget where he went. The Eagles, I think. Now he's playing against the Eagles this week with the Raiders, and Kenny Pickett, who was I don't know why Geno Smith wasn't in the game. I assume that he's injured. But Kenny Pickett was 15 for 25 for 64 yards. Let's think about it. I'm going to repeat that because I don't know if we really are grasping that. 15 for 25 for 64 yards. I am confident that Lowe or Brandon could go into an NFL game today and throw for 64 yards. He also threw an interception just to ice on the cake there. Look, the Raiders quarterback room has been trash all season long, but this was the worst of it. 64 yards in an entire game. I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback in the NFL throw for 64 yards in an entire game. It actually makes me sick to even keep saying 64 yards, because that's like a quarter. That's not a game. That could be one drive. That could be one pass. That's ridiculous. Any comments? Any comments from you two? Because I could just go on about this all day. This is absolutely terrible. How is this dude even in the league? I don't get it. Make it make sense.
Expect, man? What'd you expect? This is his old squad. They were gonna they were gonna let you come in there and throw over 200. Like thinking 150, but 64. Yeah, they were like, not today.
Not today.
At all.
Jeez.
At all. So yeah, it sucks, man, because I thought he was gonna have a little bit of something to talk about today, but no, he's in the wrong category.
Whew. Go ahead.
I really have nothing to say about old Kenny Pickett. I just know that you went back to your old team, back to your home state, and you laid a stinker.
No good. Meanwhile,
I
Philly,
hate that for him, man. I hate that for when any quarterback does bad. But man, hey, you got to find a way to look in the mirror and it's like, do I really want this? I think that's what it comes down to. These guys are getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars to be a serviceable backup, and they can't even execute the plays.
it was
I-
bad.
Backups sometimes
don't
have to
get it,
work
man.
a little bit harder than the starters, man. They gotta work. They gotta
Well,
work
they
hard.
prepare the starter. That's
You
their
do.
job as the backup. They're going through
You
all
do.
of the plays. They're helping him write the scripts. They're doing the cut-ups. Like, they don't just sit there on the bench. These guys actually play a vital role when it comes to even a coach to help these guys. And I think, man, I mean, you're sitting behind vets, man. You should be able to know to do something and push the ball with efficiency. You don't have to wow us, but damn, be serviceable.
There you go.
Yeah, I do think he's still in that wow mode, trying to wow people. Yeah,
He could be.
you're not that guy, bro.
Serviceable. Bore me with
Not that guy.
completions.
Yes, please do. That was
Please.
terrible. What wasn't terrible came from another backup this week, folks. Well, this is our Brady moment, right? Brady, for those that don't understand, Brady used to be the guy. He was the standard for coming back in the fourth quarter. We've seen it so many times, solidified that in the Super Bowl against Atlanta,
Oh,
that if you were down in the fourth quarter and Tom Brady was on your team, it was okay. It was going to be okay. So we came up with Brady moment. We've done this for
he didn't
3
lose
years.
many of them.
This is one of our favorites. This week, the Brady moment goes to Mr. Kirk Cousins out of Atlanta, who goes into a game in Tampa. You see, there he is in his throwback uniforms. I love the throwback uniform
Those are
game.
sick.
I do feel like those creamsicles are cursed for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they should cease wearing those forever. But I love how they look. But don't wear those things because you always lose in them. But this was an awesome drive, guys. If you watch the game, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers take the lead late. There's a minute 49 left. You're down by 2. Kirk Cousins, who has been relegated to a backup until Michael Penix got hurt. He's been in there the last couple of weeks because of Penix injury. First of all, he had a huge night throwing to the tight end, right? No one has thrown to the tight end for the Atlanta Falcons the way Kirk Cousins did. Kyle Pitts finally is being used the way he needs to be used. He's a superstar, right? And he's been ignored. I thought he had a great night, probably one of the best games of his career. But just going down with a minute 49, we had first he gets sacked, but then he comes up. Then there's a holding. It goes back. Then he's throwing incompletions. It's 2nd and 28. He completes a 14-yard pass to Kyle Pitts. Then on that gets manageable. It's for 3rd down. He completes another big pass to Darnell Sims. Then we get Vita Vea's offsides. Then we get Darnell Mooney for 6 yards. And then we're getting ready for the field goal. But for Kirk Cousins to come in that moment, right, minute 49, by the way, once again, this game meant nothing to Atlanta. They are mathematically out of the playoffs. This was spoiler to the Buccaneers, who are now in big trouble after losing this game. Big trouble. The Panthers are now ahead of them. Big trouble. What a night for Kirk Cousins, and it's nice to see the old man can still get it done because I don't think we have many more games with Kirk Cousins. Brandon, how much did you enjoy the Kirk Cousins Brady moment on Thursday night?
I enjoyed it, man. I thought what was more impressive is Kurt hasn't had a lot of volume this year, and he still managed to complete over 30 completions and 44 attempts, 373 and 3 TDs and no picks.
No picks.
Like, that's impressive. That's very impressive for a guy who was benched. Even on Netflix, you have to see it. But again, this goes back to it. Adversity doesn't just build character, it reveals it. Yeah. And what he did, he was a stand-up guy. He supported Penix. He got hurt. He came in, primetime matchup with Baker Mayfield. These guys are running hot. They're a little hot and cold, but I mean, for you to go in there and play spoiler with nothing attached to it, I mean, that's just got to show the type of quarterback he is, and he can still play at a high level when protected. Yeah, so I thought it was good. Agreed.
I love, again, the Kyle Pitts connection that he has. Of course, you know, the old pocket quarterbacks love their tight ends. That's a fact. Lo, did you get to see the Brady moment, and did you enjoy it as much as we did?
Yeah, I had Kyle Pitts in fantasy, so he's ripping up like 2 or 3 of my leagues. It's great. It's about time, like all damn year.
Yeah, we finally got
about freaking time. So, but on Kirk Cousins, yeah, I mean, it's expected, man. Like he's got a great story, but this is what he does. He is more than a serviceable backup. He's a starter when you need him to be. This is what I expected. This is why people take Kyle Pitts. It wasn't for Penix. Like he took him in fantasy because Kirk Cousins would use him. You're hoping Penix would, and he does, but not like Kirk would. So
not like Kirk.
Yeah, I hope it's not a send off. But you made some comments about. I don't think he's uplifting his family, and if you've seen the Netflix, I don't think they're moving again.
Nope, I don't see that either.
Yeah, so he'll be here. He'll probably play out his 4-year contract unless they cut him, and who knows? Maybe he could be the starter again with injuries. I don't like to go there with injuries, but we talked about it earlier. How many ACLs is Penix on? He's got a lot of history of injuries where
he's 3 or 4. Yeah.
So these are things where you're looking at Purdy since too. It paid to have Mac Jones there for a little while.
Oh yeah, it did. So Mac Jones saved our season.
The era of the backup quarterback in the NFL could be coming.
Be able to do it.
Better get you a good one. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I love to see it. And it was Thursday night. I didn't think the Brady moment would hold up. I thought we'd have something else, but no.
No, we haven't. And we've been.
You could say Sam Darnold came in on the
Sam Darnold did
on
a
the
similar
Colts
thing.
game, and Phillip Rivers almost stole the show.
Almost.
That's what I was hoping for.
I was hoping he stole the show.
Let me drop this. Let me drop this real quick. We never really talk about Kirk Cousins when we talk about the elite quarterbacks and the top guys. Kirk Cousins may be a playoff run away from being considered one of those top elite quarterbacks of his era, in my opinion.
Well, Kirk just never won a playoff game. I think that's where we leave.
Yeah, he doesn't win.
That's what I mean. He's a playoff run away from being considered one of those really great quarterbacks.
Yeah, he
in
puts
his
up
era.
great numbers, but he's too also sporadic. You don't know what you're going to get sometimes.
True. Speaking of playoffs, let's transition. Congratulations, first of all, to all of the award winners. We'll give you all a clap. We will work on getting something sent out to these players. I promise you that will happen. Playoff hunt. We don't want to get too deep into this. We're just about to wrap this thing up here, but we do want to have a little fun. We have the Broncos and the Rams are currently both number 1 seeds. We have, I'll just give you down the rundown really quick. In the AFC, we have the Patriots at 2, the Jaguars at 3, Steelers at 4, holding tight, Chargers at 5. That's interesting. Bills all the way down at 6, and the Texans at 7. The Colts and Ravens lurking. In the NFC, it's the Rams, then the Bears, the Eagles at 3, Buccaneers still holding at 4, so I was wrong. Carolina is not above them. I think that's because Carolina lost this week as well. Seahawks are at 5. That could change. Brandon would tell you that will certainly change here over the course of the next couple of weeks. The 49ers sit at 6, which we expect is definitely going to change. The Packers at 7. They dropped all the way. So the Bears and the Packers flipped spots this past weekend, and they play Saturday night. Probably the biggest game in the NFC happens Saturday night. So, Lo, we'll go to you first. Give me a team in both conference. Who can make a run in these playoffs and why?
Man, so we're already in the NFC, so I want to start there. I'm looking at the Lions. The Lions just beat the Packers. I think they can fill that void because the Bears, I think they win this game. Losing Micah is tough, and I think the Bears win it, which with the Lions coming off their win, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I think the Lions is my team over there. I think they can make a push.
Fair enough. So you expect the Lions to come out of the NFC. Love that. Going to write it down. Next.
Behind the Bears for the wild. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But who can make a run, though? Who do you think can get into the tournament in the NFC and take it to the Super Bowl? Make that.
Oh, gotcha. Who's in the playoffs? Gotcha. Saying who could make a run for the playoffs.
My apologies. I was unclear.
Man, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Man, the Eagles have been there before. They're gonna make a run to get back. They just have to get back to doing what they do. So the Eagles are the team that I believe can make a quote unquote run. But they're gonna get there. I think they're gonna get there. So he doesn't like it. Though.
Let's move over to the AFC. I already know where you're going to go with this. Is the fandom coming out right now? I'm waiting. You're not going to say anything? Low? Nothing?
Waiting on me? Oh, sorry for AFC, man. I thought Nuhi was going to go to NFC. Man, I'm over here looking at Nuhi like, do you hear him, Nuhi? No. AFC making a run. Man.
Just say what you want to say.
I'm trying to be on the contrary. So if not, no. Patriots beat the Bills in the playoffs. Then we played the Broncos. Then we beat the Broncos too. Then we run on into the Super Bowl and play whoever the hell comes out of the NFC. That's what's going on in the AFC. So we don't have to talk about that too much. Okay. Patriots make a run. We just learned. We lost, but we learned. I
like where you're going, because this will if this happens, it could make my earlier prediction of a Super Bowl 20 repeat come true. Brandon, I know where you're going, but I want to hear how we're going to do it. Who in the NFC is going to make a run to the top and be in San Francisco for the Super Bowl?
The gang, San Francisco 49ers. This is the perfect opportunity, despite having all the injuries, and we are just surviving off of duct tape and bubble gum. We have an opportunity of a lifetime. This is the best coaching we have seen from Kyle Shanahan. We are winning games we should be losing, right? Now we have to go in this back end. We have got to take care of business in Indy. We have got to take care of business against Chicago in San Francisco.
Yep.
And lastly, we got to take care of business against Seattle. Now, this is the funniest part of it, because right now we literally sit 4-1 in the division, but we're number 6. And I'm having a hard time understanding that when literally the Rams are the only team that beat us in the division. And by the way, we whooped them too. So this is how it's going to go. And this is how I feel it should go. The Seahawks are going to beat the Rams. We're going to run the tables, beat the Seahawks, get the number 1 seed. We never leave Levi until we win that bitch.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
What a great opportunity.
I can't wait till it's my turn. Okay. Who in the AFC is going to face the 49ers at Levi Stadium?
I think it's Denver. It's Denver or Josh Allen.
Okay. I love that.
I like the Patriots. Don't get me wrong, brother. Don't get me wrong. You can't help with who you play.
Right.
But when you run up into these type of teams, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
It gets sticky. You've got to get the number 1 seed for me to feel comfortable about you making that run. I can't see you going to Denver and beating them with that defense. I just can't.
I can see.
Really?
I can see it's going to Denver. I just think of the Bills.
Max them out.
I don't want to play the Bills over there. As long as we get the home.
Yeah.
Good have over the Bills.
I feel real good about
you'll have to lose out for that to happen. I don't think you're going to.
I don't think they're going to lose out.
Exactly. So and
who
knows?
Home
who
game
knows?
versus the Bills, y'all
Denver. I don't know. They clinched. I don't know if they've clinched the number 1 seed yet. They've only clinched the division. So
it's not clinched. You guys are 1 game apart with 3 games left.
Yeah. As far as the number 1, they have they could still lose. They could still lose themselves.
Dude, the Chargers are 5-0 in their division. What?
Yeah.
Now it's my turn. I'm going to start in the AFC because I don't really have a dog in the fight out there except for Josh Allen. This is what a couple days ago I would have said the Patriots were going to the Super Bowl. I said the Bears would play them because it's been 40 years since they played in Super Bowl 20 in New Orleans. But then I saw the Patriots play in a game that was a T-shirt and hat game, and they were supposed to win that game, and Josh Allen was done, and the Bills were done, and then Josh Allen came in, and he slayed the Patriots. Then later in the day, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. The Steelers quarterback is 800 years old. The only team that really scares me right now is the Chargers and the Broncos, right? And they don't really scare me if they have to come to Buffalo. Neither one of them, especially the Chargers. So I've got the Buffalo Bills who will continue winning, and I don't care where they are. I don't care where they have to go, but God help anybody if the AFC Championship game is at Highmark, because only the Bills are winning that, and that's what's going to happen. We are going to see Highmark get their last ever AFC title game in Buffalo.
Wow.
And the Buffalo Bills, because everyone that was in Josh Allen's way is out of the way now. Everybody's out of the way. Bengals are out of the way. Chiefs are out of the way. This is the year. I called it a long time ago. This was the year of the Bills.
You've been calling it for 4 years now.
I've been calling it for 4 years. The Bills will get there. In the NFC, things are lining up for Chicago. They just are.
Crazy.
You have the Packers are all getting hurt. Rams, they've got injuries to the 2 biggest wide receivers. We don't know. I don't think Nakua is necessarily as serious as what happened to Devontae Adams, but Devontae may be back by playoffs.
He blew a tire, boy, with that hamstring.
He sure did. It did not look good. Honestly, I'll have a more definite outlook after the next 2 weeks because Green Bay comes to town and then we have to go to San Francisco. To me, those are just like the Chargers had to win last week to put themselves really in a playoff conversation, the Bears need to do the same
I
thing.
find it hilarious.
Beat Green Bay, and at least if they don't beat San Fran, they need to make it a game like they did when they went to Lambeau 2 weeks ago. Then I think the Bears will find a way to grab the number 1 seed, and no one's coming into Soldier Field and beating them. So I've got the Bears playing the Bills, and that will be the Super Bowl at Levi Stadium, and I'll be there. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. Brandon, you should take me.
I'm never going to a Super Bowl, dude. I will never
go
to a Super Bowl.
That's my Super Bowl pick.
I will tell you this right now. I find it absolutely hilarious how you guys are 1-3 in your division, but yet you're number 2 in the NFC. And yet we're 8-2 in the conference play and 4-1 in the division.
But you're 10-4 because you're 10-4.
You're 10-4.
I know, but listen, but the Rams are 11-3. So of course
we beat the Rams.
They have a better record than you.
Bro.
They only have 3 losses. You have 4. You can do simple math, right?
I mean, we can do simple math, complicated math. I'm just saying. I just find this hilarious. Like, you guys are 1-3 in your division.
Yeah, but our division isn't their division is not very good. You have another team in your division that is also a playoff team. So you got
2 of them.
You've got
Green Bay is 4-0 in their division.
You've got 3 teams. Yeah, but outside of the division, Green Bay can't win. So, I mean, they can. They've won some games.
They're 7-2-1, Tim.
They're 9-4. And when they lose in Chicago on Saturday night.
Are we watching that game on Saturday?
Yes.
The Lions
they
are
beat
very,
y'all.
very close.
Oh, man.
If they beat us, me, Bobby, D, and Gretchen are going to cry.
Probably. Bobby or D's a Bears fan?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's right.
He doesn't Raiders fan.
But he's from Chicago. He should cheer for the Bears. Hey, before we go, I want to thank everybody, FanStream Sports, for making us part of the family. Thank everybody for tuning in today. We do have a partner that we work with. This is not, as I like to call it, Doobie. You're free to have a Doobie if you like, but this is Dubby. You can get a discount, 10%. This is a Generalist energy drink. Tastes delicious. It's a little powder. Put a scoop in the water. Drink it up. It is actually awesome. Dubby.gg/discount/QB Huddle. Got that? We got that. Good. I want to thank New Era Media for putting us out as our producer, for putting us out in the stratosphere. We have I think we have a code right there that you can actually, is that why you're pointing low? There's a code. There's a barcode that you can get on right there to get could get you some energy drinks. So that's fantastic. Want to thank all you QB Huddlers for listening to us today. Again, you can follow Lauren at 4th and Low. You can follow Nui at Nui at TikTok. And then I am Tim Jitsu, just Tim Jitsu, I think, at TikTok. You can follow us there. We'll be back Sunday morning for our pregame show. We'll be on around 11 o'clock as we get ready and geared up for the games of the day. So we'll be on 11 o'clock Central Time. So be sure to watch out. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do that so you get the alerts. If anything else, we'll see you Sunday and then back again next Tuesday. Thank you. Until Sunday, folks, keep those chains moving. Bye-bye.
Peace.